On the microgrid here, we had a decaying fractal top on a 3-minute time frame. Okay, meaning the trend is going to dip, which it did. Swing, 5-minute time frame. We have a growth fractal here. Turn up, went up. Now notice 49, 32, 49, 32, 49, 32. Swing to 10-minute time frame. What do we have here? We have a typical decaying fractal top. This tells you that we're going to trend down. This will be an overthrow, and this would be an overthrow. We break the bottom of the channel here, we trend lower. We break the channel here, we break lower. We break the channel here, we go lower. All you have to do, you swing from time frame to time frame to time frame to find an exact fractal. We found one here. Look at that. Now, how many times have we seen this on a 1-minute time frame, a weekly time frame, a daily time frame? Okay, here was your clue. Look, you're identical. 49, 23, 49, 23, 49, 23, a completed decaying fractal top. What do? You short here, you put a stop, and you do a trade down. Okay. Again, the trading objective here, 10 points today. We grabbed 12 on the opening. The point being, you can do this all day long on a short time frames. Okay. I'm still bearish. Transports are having a tough time. NYA is having a tough time. But in the meantime, it really doesn't matter because you're going to have bear and bull market on all these time frames. Okay. The other time frames aren't showing anything, so we ignore them and we stay on the time frames that we're aware of. But here's a beautiful example of a decaying fractal. All you have to do, wait during the week until you find this particular fractal. Okay, you get a little bump, equal leg, top, turn, and then down. All right, again, bump up, equal leg, top, turn, down. It's all in the picture. Well, a little bit more than that, but if you only grab one fractal and wait for it to appear during a week, you would have a pretty good probability of a good return on that particular day. Again, whatever we're doing on the smaller time frames, you can do it on larger time frames. The larger time frames are still bearish. You'll back up the truck. Sometimes you can get top tick, okay, and sometimes you can get near the top tick. But the fractals will point the direction for you. Okay, it does aid you in limiting the risk in your account and how much you're putting on the table. Okay, if you're wrong, you're going to know within a minute or two, within a point or two. Okay, you're not going to blow up your account. All you have to do, follow the fractals, follow the arrows, and you'll be in good shape. Okay, so again, I think during the week, today's what, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't even know. Um, we're getting about 10 points a day, a little bit more than that, consistently. We'll miss a few, but again, you know immediately if you're wrong, and then you have to exit and or flip. Okay, but here's a beautiful example of a decaying top. Put it down on a piece of paper and put it on your desk and wait until the fractal appears. And when it's complete, you enter the trade at the top here. You put your stop. Now you have a little spikes there, so you have a little. You need a little room for the spike, especially in the morning. Right? It's really chaotic. Okay, But look at that. It went from 92 down to 4,900, 32 points. There you go. 32 points on a simple fractal on a simple picture. You don't need to count anything. You don't need to measure anything. You don't need any formulas. You don't need any equations. You don't need any crazy systems that do work sometimes, and sometimes they don't work. But fractals have been around for a billion, 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 billions of years. The systems you're looking at have only been around for maybe 100, 200 years. Now, what would you trust? Something that's been around for billions and billions and billions of years? Or are you going to trust something that you found maybe 100, 50 years ago, 10 years ago? Think about it. Think about it. Fractals begin with nature in the beginning of time. Okay, this is how nature works. Okay, so if you're using something that's been developed 100, 200 years ago, well, I would put more trust in something that's been around for billions and billions and billions and billions of years. Okay, so you're looking at 100 years versus a billion years. This is more reliable, and I feel more comfortable with it. It took about 20 years in development. Granted, it's not simple. There's a lot more to be learned here, but the entire picture is visual. All you have to do, look at the chart when you get up in the morning, look at your monitor, put your bands. You have to know how to put in that order. You have to use that stop bracket, and I think you'll be okay. Again, you want to limit your risk to a couple points. And again, you begin with one contract, one option contract. If it goes your way, then you add. Don't start with 5, 10, 20 contracts. You don't do that. You bet small and you bag big. One of my subscribers told me that. You bet small and you bag big. This is it here. You bet small and you bag big. All right. So you're risking a point or two here and you bag 30. Okay. 1 to 30. Let me repeat that. 1 point to 30. Again, let me repeat that. 1 point to 30. That's the entire point I like to make today. And you can do this every day, every hour. But I'm kind of busy here, so I can primarily do one good trade. And if Neil sees something developing, go to his channel. He'll point out the fractals for you every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, and all you have to do is match the picture. And I challenge anyone out there to do what I'm doing. Whether you're on a 1 minute time frame, hourly time frame, yearly time frame. The big picture, yeah, I'm still bearish, but again, I mentioned before, long term, the fractals aren't that frequent. Okay, it's going to be tough to get top 10. Not too many people can do that. Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, in 100 years, okay, you get lucky. Okay, but look, we're doing this on these smaller time frequencies. Stop and think. Okay, if you can do it on the smaller time frames, you can do it on larger time frames. But the larger time frames are a challenge. They don't appear that frequent on a yearly, a decade, 100 years. You're going to have to be Merlin, wearing a hat, trying to figure that out. Okay, but if you follow the smaller time frames, you bet small, bag big, you'll be better off. If you get 10 points a day, 10 times 5 is 50 points. Come on, Why would you want to do a swing trade? Think about it. Think about it. Hank Winnicki, signing off.